Hey, Genki Call here, and it is Gnome Weekend, aka Fall Weekend. So the way that this works, in case you're not familiar, if you go down into games here, and I have that here right now, so I cannot see it. I can't show you my visual until my pet rescue goes down. Alright, well, let me digress for a moment and tell you now is the time to be using your saved up verses. So if you have some verses saved up, go to the Soul Forge, other, scroll down here to Gnome-a-Palooza and create your Gnome-a-Palooza. So what is going to happen when you do this is you are going to create a 15-minute block of time where every single battle you do is going to get you 4 gnomes. So you want to do these battles as quickly as possible. So pick a team that's really fast, do a low-level explore so that you can just bam, 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 get through with them, because the more gnomes you find, the more vault keys you're going to get, the more chances at getting a Gnome-a-Palooza you're going to get. So, did you see what just happened there? Princess Elspeth was on that team. Princess Elspeth immediately kills a member of her team, and that means that's an extra kill, an extra troop coming in, and you get extra experience. Silverglade is the only place where there is an empowered troop that kills one of her allies that can get you extra experience for your hero. It's not for your class, it's specifically for going up levels with your hero. So Silverglade, here she is again, she's going to kill one of her teammates here if I don't cast. For the visual, I will let her take a turn. Okay, she's going to kill one, summon something else, that means I get extra experience. So, unless you're using one of the Ironhawk teams, you will get extra experience just by doing your quick explores in Silverglade. I did go over that in a video a long time ago, but I didn't have a microphone at the time, so I'm sure lots of people missed it. But as you can see, this team, this Rowanne team, is really fast. I do have Ironhawk. I have 2 Ironhawks. The reason I'm not using it is because for the quickest, the fastest Ironhawk team, you really need to have Slayer equipped for the bleed. And I have Slayer up to 100% now, so I really need to level up Dervish. So I am just doing my explorers with Rowanne instead. When I want to do things even faster, I will switch. I've got another verse gnome. That's 2 verse gnomes since we started recording. I'm so excited. Yay! My first 2 gnomes were verse gnomes. Whoop whoop! How exciting. I like it. So I am not going to do... now I mentioned the pets. And the reason I mentioned the pets is because... There's another gnome, yay! The reason I mentioned the pets is because when I go to do a Gnome-a-Palooza, the first thing I'm going to do is go into PvP, select the easiest team in PvP, the one on the far left, fight them, get my pet gnomes, and start a pet rescue for my guild. Right now we have a pet up, so I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, come on. Stop looping, you stupid people. There we go. Alright. Anyway, this is something that we like to do in our guild, is try to spawn some pets with our Gnome-a-Paloozas. It's a guaranteed pet gnome when you have Gnome-a-Palooza running. The bad thing about that is that means it takes a little bit longer to do a pet rescue, or not a pet rescue. You start the pet rescue, you go and do your Gnome-a-Palooza, and then after Gnome-a-Palooza is over, after that 15-minute block is over, you'll have time to go in and do the actual pet rescue. Let me see, I lost my train of thought. Right, so it takes a little bit longer to do a pet rescue than it does a quick explore battle like I'm doing now. And so... you know, you have to weigh your options. What's more valuable to you? The things that you're going to get from 4 gnomes in that time that would... those battles that you could do in the time that could get you... that you could be doing during the PvP battle. Or... I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, because I'm not making any sense. But hopefully you've got the gist of what I was trying to say. I am overly tired as usual, so sorry if I'm not making sense. But the way that Vault Weekend works is that when you find 5 gnomes, you earn 1 vault key. When you find another 10 gnomes, then you get another vault key. When you find 15 more gnomes, you'll get another vault key, and so on and so forth, and then 20, and then 25, and then 30. And so every gnome that you find is going towards that tally of what they call pity keys. And we want to get as many pity keys as we can, and that's why we want to save our Gnome-a-Paloozas for Vault Weekends, so that we can be getting as many gnomes as possible to get as many vault keys as possible. So, I didn't have a visual for you, but I was still able to hopefully explain it in a way that made sense. So, Alright, by the way, if you check the description box below, you'll see that I put in a link to 7 quick Explorer teams that you can use. I will, of course, put this specific team in there. The Phoenicia team is super fast. There's Ironhawk teams, there's Queen Bee, just anything you can do to cast off Leprechaun and then one-shot the other team. Luna, whatever you've got. The secret to getting them filled up on mana completely with one cast of Leprechaun is usually going to be a storm. So having Nature's Aura for Rowanne, or Luna, for Luna you could use a Light Storm. Just having that storm and blowing off Leprechaun is going to bring down so many of that particular color of gem that you're just going to almost always completely fill up the troop that you're looking to fill. Just be sure you don't mana block the one that you're trying to get filled up, and you should be able to one-shot them just like I'm doing with this team. Now you may notice I don't have a storm running here, but that is because I have brought the Maraji Queen with me that gives Rowanne a 50% mana start. So she's already got half of her mana, so there's let's see how many gems I need to fill her up. So I only need 6 to fill her up, and I'm getting more than that every time I blow off with the Leprechaun. So that means that I don't have to use a class with Nature's Aura to fill her up, or you could always use Icy Veil too. But I don't have to do that, and that means I can use a class of just a random class just for leveling. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm just leveling my classes while I'm hunting for gnomes and getting extra experience for my hero and getting experience for my class. You see what I'm talking about here. I just talk and talk and talk. I love quick explorers. It's so much nicer than slow explorers. Grimcorn. Yay! Yay, gnome. Okie dokie. So I don't know how long this video is going to be. I apologize that I got interrupted on the last video, but every time I do a video, there is going to be a chance that I'm going to have to run very quickly because, you know, I've got autistic children. My youngest is very high needs, and if she needs something, I gotta go right away. Most of the time when I'm recording, it's after she's gone to sleep. But tonight, I took a chance. I knew I was probably going to have to do 2 videos because she was still awake. And that's exactly what happened. But that's okay, because that way I was able to put together my pre-Gnome-Hunting team, and that was unusual. My pre-Gnome-Hunting tasks, and get them out of the way and just have that in a separate video. That works out fine. It keeps the video shorter, and we can just concentrate on gnome hunting for this one. And yeah, this is what they call a natural lull in conversation. It happens how often? Like every 60 seconds? Even though it's a monologue and I have no one else to talk to. Hey, that reminds me. I am a little ADD. Have you noticed that? That reminds me. I was talking really fast at the end of my last video, and if you missed it, I really do need to know if somebody knows a good video tutorial on how to put the YouTube chat onto the screen where I can see it while I'm playing, so that I can talk to you guys while I live stream. That would be very cool. I did spend a couple hours going over stuff today. That's how I've got my picture down in the corner here right now, and how come we're full screen again, because I was playing with the settings, and yeah, I just didn't find it. Also, I was literally incapable of live streaming today. That was my original plan, is to try to live stream for you today. But I thought, oh, a couple hours will be plenty of time to prepare for that. But no, because YouTube requires a 24-hour kind of a buffering period where you have to pass this 24-hour threshold before you can live stream. So now we have to wait till tomorrow for that. There might be a live stream tomorrow. I just don't know. We'll see. We'll see. First I have to figure out how to get the chat on the screen. I'm not really sure how to do that, so if I can figure that out, then we'll be good to go, because I've got my 24-hour period started earlier hours ago, and I've been playing with my OBS studio, so hopefully I have everything where I need it to be, everything except for that chat piece. So let me know if you have a good video. Please, please, please. And I did ask in my last video, but if you love having my picture on the screen down here, if you hate it, please let me know. Because I don't want it there irritating people. I can see well enough to know, I can't actually see it right this second, but I do know that it's not covering this bottom troop. You can see it. You can see that it has mana and all that nice stuff. However, you know, if it's annoying people, I don't want it on there. But if you love it, let me know that too. I haven't come up with a song for Gnome-a-Palooza. Maybe I will have one by tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see though. Let's see if I can figure out something I can sing during Gnome-a-Palooza. Let me see, let me see. Oh, if you don't have Maraji Queen, be sure to use, and you want to use the Rowanne team. I should add that info on there too. If you decide to use Rowanne and you don't have the Maraji Queen, just use a class with Nature's Aura like I mentioned. That is Archer, Shaman, Orb Weaver, and Barbarian, and Warden. Use one of those classes, and you could always throw a second Leprechaun if you want. And that will get you covered so that you can get her filled up with one cast. That Nature's Aura combo with Explosion is just really awesome for getting mana quickly. Okie dokie. Well, we haven't found a ton of gnomes so far. I have found some. I found 2 of the verse gnomes, and I've seen a few others while I've been sitting here yabbering. Cast, yes. Woohoo! Extra experience for me! I just went up a level too. During my last video or just after my last video, I can't remember which, but I did do my pet rescue before I came back, as soon as I was finished dealing with youngest, so. Now, be warned, if I am able to live stream tomorrow, there is a chance that we're going to get interrupted. There's always going to be that chance. So even if I do, yay! I got another verse gnome. And it's a third one, it's a different one, so yay. If I do start live streaming on a regular basis, there's always going to be that chance that I could get interrupted. So I will apologize in advance. That is simply the situation that I am in. And, family's got to come first. So that's what we're going to do. So, I should mention, if you're going to use the Rowanne team, generally I would recommend to do the highest level explore that you can one-shot on. And having 3 medals of guard equipped to buff Rowanne's armor is going to make it so that you can do more damage per cast. So if you're really low level, be sure to equip something that's going to buff her armor, medals of seasons, medals of guard, if you've got them. Those are going to be super helpful for you. I'm still matching 4 whenever I see it, even though I can just blow off Leprechaun and go. It's a habit, and I don't think it's a bad habit to have. I certainly don't want to break that habit. Yay, another gnome. Go ahead and cast Elspeth. I'll take the experience. I'm not in that much of a hurry. Now, something somebody asked me earlier today, was craft hiking Iron Gut or craft Ironhawk. And my answer would be controversial to some, but my answer to that question is I would go with hiking Iron Gut if delving is important to you. If you really like delving, or if you're you just really want to get your stats up by... Oh, she has spell block. Alright, we'll do it that way. If you really want to get your stats up by delving and getting your renown up, then hiking Iron Gut is a no-brainer. If you don't care about delving, there is absolutely no reason to craft hiking Iron Gut. Sure, there are some PvP teams that you could use, but for the most part, he is most useful in delves. Also, if you're low level, you can only boost hiking Iron Gut's attack by so much, and whatever his attack is the percentage chance that he's going to devour. And if you're really low level and you've got a 13 attack, even if you have 3 medals of seasons equipped, you're still not going to have a very good chance to devour. So I did forget to mention that when I was speaking to that person earlier today. But the fact of the matter is, you can have some really, really fast explorer teams without having Ironhawk. Ironhawk is super fast, absolutely. But how much faster is it really? Maybe a couple battles, couple extra chances to find gnome. So really, it's just, what are your goals? That is the question. Your goals are going to determine whether Ironhawk or Iron Gut is going to be more useful to you. That is my opinion. For me, I do have Iron Gut. I have 2 Iron Guts, but as you can see, I'm not using them. Or using it, rather. Because this is plenty fast enough for me. I mean, I am just tearing through these battles. And I will switch at some point, probably. But maybe not. I may not use the Ironhawk teams again until I have all of my classes up to 100. And I have maybe half of them. Well, I don't even think I have half of them to 100 yet. I think I've got maybe 8 up to 100 now. So, we'll see. I don't know. I'm playing it by ear. I am really happy to have Slayer at level 100 though. It's turned out to be a much more useful class than I realized. Wahahaha. Thanks, Elspeth. I hated the Elspeth storyline. She is so cringy. She is such a horrible excuse for a being that there can be. She is absolutely a sociopath. She doesn't care about life at all. All she cares about is herself. The affluenza she's got going on is extreme, and I hate her. However, extra experience in Silverglade. I'm always glad for that. So, da-da-da-dum. Okie dokie. There have been some funny storylines in the game. There have been some boring storylines, some aggravating ones. It's just ones I don't care about at all. It just depends on the kingdom. I think the one that gave me the most chuckles was the one for Merlantis when, what's her name? Tyree's dad was trying to woo Azura. That was pretty funny. That definitely gave me a chuckle. Tyree's dad, what's his name? Little Johnny Bronze. So cringy the way he was coming on to her, but it was still pretty funny. Let's do that, and oops. Oh, here I am. I'm making those match 4s again, instead of just getting the battles over with. Okie dokie. So you're also, if you would, please let me know in the comments below whether you enjoy videos like this where I'm not doing much. I'm just doing the same basic thing over and over again, but I'm talking a lot. So, you know, in a live stream type of environment, this is pretty entertaining. I enjoy watching other people do that, but I don't know how entertaining this video is going to be when you can't interact with me. So let me know whether you enjoy this kind of thing and the discussions we have the monologue I have going on in here. Or if you don't, because, you know, I want to put out content that people enjoy. I like to teach. I do need to do some more tiny tutorials. Just have to figure out what I'm going to do for you next. Let's see how we're doing. We've only gotten 1, so that means we haven't gotten to 15 gnomes yet. So 5 for the first key, 10 for the second, and let's see, my pet is probably still up. No! Oh my goodness, I'm only at 3. So that means I've only found 8 keys so far. Alright. Well, here's that counter I wanted to show you. So 10 for this vault key, and then 15 for the next one, and so on and so forth. So the pet is still up for another 23 minutes, which means no Gnome-a-Palooza right now. I don't need any trait stones. I have so many trait stones. Normally I would come in here and I'd say, okay, which one of these has the lowest number? Lowest number on these arcanes, and the lowest number is 53, and that's still a lot. That is still a lot of trait stones, and it just so happens that Silverglade is one of the places I can find them. But normally when I'm choosing which kingdom to do quick explores in, I'm looking at which place has which arcane I have the least of, and then going to that kingdom to get arcanes there, hopefully while I am exploring. And you don't have to do high-level explores to get them. You can do level 1 explores and still get arcane trait stones. I've done it many, many times. You are going to have a better chance at getting them at higher level explores, but you'll still get them on level 1 explores, and you're going through the level 1 explorers so fast that in the long run it's probably about equal how many you're going to find in the amount of time that you spend. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And the only thing I can say is that doing higher level explorers are going to get you more myth stones. And more myth stones, I'm going to go ahead and let her cast. More myth stones means that you'll get to the mythic boss battle more quickly, and you are guaranteed one of the arcanes for the kingdom when you do the mythic boss battle there. So if you're desperate for arcanes, that's the way to do it. But generally, I just say do the highest level explorer you can, one shot. And whether that's level 1 or level 3 or level 5, whatever it may be, that's what I would normally recommend. Yay! Verse Gnome. That's what I would normally recommend. However, during a Gnome weekend, you might, depending on the team that you're using, like the Ironhawk teams aren't necessarily going to be doing enough damage to take out a mythic boss. The teams I usually explore with, the Phoenicia team and the Rowanne team, they're fine for doing mythic boss battles, but the Ironhawk teams maybe not. So you might want to stick to lower level explorers. And actually, if you're using an Ironhawk team, you have to do the lower level explorers. So I guess it's kind of a moot point. Well, I'm thinking out loud, kind of, sorta. So, oopsie. Let's see. Probably not going to use any vault keys this weekend. I would rather spend the time searching for more gnomes than I would for opening vaults. I can open vaults anytime, but there are only so many vault weekends that come around. I mean, they're every 5 weeks, I think. The next one won't be here for another 5 weeks. So I would rather spend my time searching for gnomes than opening vaults, which I can do anytime. Haha, Phenomenon is back. Let's see. Do this. I'm just glad that the lycanthropy gems are gone. So annoying. I don't mean that they're gone entirely, I just mean the random ones are gone. Randomly spawning for no reason. Okay, let's finish up this one and maybe we'll move to a different kingdom because we can. Alrighty. Maybe I'll start a Gnome-a-Palooza and finish with a pet rescue. I could always do that. Because, unless somebody else is planning to do that. That is possible too. Somebody else in the guild may be planning to start a Gnome-a-Palooza as soon as this pet goes down, and I haven't looked, so maybe we'll save that for tomorrow's video. Or later today, I don't know. Did I just start another explorer? I think I did. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, I sure did. I'm distracting myself so much I'm not paying attention. I'm on autopilot here because doing quick explorers, that's what it is. It's all about It's all about being on autopilot, just getting it done, finding as many gnomes as possible, getting as many chances at finding gnomes and getting myth stones, increasing your class and hero experience. And I used to do these all the time because it seemed like I was always looking for myth stones. Searching for, or not myth stones, I'm sorry, trait stones. So arcanes and runics, trying to find those darn things. It took up a lot of time, but the nice thing about it, the nice thing about all of that grinding is that, you know, I do have 2 medals of Nisha and 1 badge of Nisha. So that was nice. Mini boss. Let's go ahead and do this, and maybe we'll move down to a different spot. Maybe do one more explore in a different place as soon as we finish this, and then maybe just end the video because I don't want this to drag on for too long. Something that I like to do for you is try to keep these short enough that you don't lose focus, because I don't want anybody to be bored while watching my videos. I want them to be entertaining and fun and informative. That is my goal, and if I'm not doing that, then I'm not... Did I start another one? Oh my god. If I'm not accomplishing that, then I'm not meeting my own goals. So this is level 1. We're just going to go ahead and use my 1 cast team here that was in yesterday's video. I believe it is also in my in the link for the 7 Quick Explorer teams video that I put out as well. So I'm not going to add this code to the description box below. I'm just going to add the Rowanne one, and then you'll have a link to the 7 teams. And of course you can always check yesterday's video if for some reason this team is not in there. I started to mention yesterday, yes, it's very weird that my mythics are at the front. There's no way, yay! There's no way that they can get I'm losing my train of thought. I'm tired. There's no way that they're going to be able to get mana up there at the front of the team, but the fact of the matter is they're only there for their 3rd trait, and casting once is almost always going to take out my opponents. And if it doesn't, all I have to do is match red 1 time and cast with my Crude club here, and the other team is going to be gone. So it is faster and easier for me to just click, click, less distance to move the cursor, less movement, good for me. He's going to, I'm not even going to do anything. Watch, he's going to die from bleed. Wah-ha-ha! And that's why it's important to use Slayer with this team. Now, I don't think you have to use Slayer with every team, every Ironhawk team. It's just this specific one, the 1 cast team that I've got here in front of you. That is where you need to have Slayer because of its 3rd trait. Look, I'm matching 3 or matching 4 again. Who knew that Dust Devil was going to be so useful one day? Or the Crude Club, for that matter. Alright, one last battle. We'll check and see what my status is with my gnomes. And there we go. Alright, let's see where we are. Games, 7 to 10. We'll go ahead and we'll find 3 more gnomes and then end it. We're just going to stick with Wild Plains with this team. Hopefully find 3 gnomes before too long. And go from there. If I don't find one on this explore, though, we'll go ahead and end it. We'll see. Ooh, look, they didn't die. Ooh, how unusual. There we go. One of them has to die in order to start the bleed effect. And probably what happened is there were some beasts on that team, and the beasts have a 10% buff for this week. So I think it's the beasts. Pretty sure it's the beasts. What am I doing? I'm losing track of things. There we go. Now, there are plenty of people that would say, this could be much faster if I put greed here. Freddy! If I put greed here and the Dust Devil here, cast with greed, cast with Dust Devil, done, don't have to worry about bleed. But you know what, I like only having to cast one time. I think that's pretty cool, so. Mini boss. Okay, so that was one gnome for one explore. We'll do another one and see if we find one more, two more, or zero. We'll see how it goes. Nice. Pyrohydra. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay, no gnomes this explore so far. Still no gnome. There we go. Yay, bleed. 4 stacks of bleed does 10 damage, true damage per turn. So bleed is actually a much stronger status effect than I realized. I didn't know. I always assumed that bleed did 4 damage per turn because 1 stack does 1 damage. And so I thought 4 stacks would do 4 damage, but no, it's actually 10 damage per turn when they have 4 stacks of bleed. That's pretty nice. I did not find a single gnome during that explore. Darn. I think I found 4 verse gnomes since we've been recording though, so that's pretty cool. During the 5-week gap where we did not have a vault weekend, I have found 1 verse gnome in that entire time, and it was yesterday. Of course, I haven't done a lot of explores since then. I've done a few, but not a lot. Because generally, I don't have any reason to do explores unless I am farming Nishas. Finished another explorer already, and no gnomes. Alright, that's 2 explorers in a row without a gnome, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Let's pop in and see what my status is. There should have been 1 more that I got. Should be 8. Whoopsie, wrong button. Yep, 8 of 10, so 2 more gnomes will get me my second pity key. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know about the things I asked about in the comments below. And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.